Hey everybody, synicalmanor here, and today we're going to be talking about gun pods and rockets on the Mi24P Hind. So the way to set those up is, of course, you need to load them on your aircraft, but things are a little bit different now. It used to be you could carry both gun pods and rockets on the Mi24. Now apparently you can't. So if you look outside the aircraft, we've got rockets and gun pods on board. So the way to select those is, of course, we'll turn on our sight, and I've got it on auto, and I've got it set to auto here. Sights on, fire controls on, and I've got the increase rate. That's for the guns. So as we talked before, the stern, we're going to use that on the off missile. To be able to use our gun pod, we're going to change that to where it says, if you notice here, it says 7.62 and 12.7. That's going to fire both gun pods. I'll show you. And then we can go to the next one. That's going to be the 12.7. And then the next one will be just the 7.62. But you notice we have rockets on board too. There's the rockets. And it even says rocket right here. But I'm holding the fire button and nothing's happening. So apparently you can no longer carry those together. So first I'm going to go over to the gun pods, and then I'll come back and we'll hit the rockets and show you how to use those. Alright, so we're coming up to the target area, and I'm just flying level. If you want to gain a little altitude, just pull back on the stick. Don't adjust your collective. Pull back on your cyclic and just ease off. That way you're not changing your angles or pitch or anything. But this little bottom circle is where we're going to put that on the target. So wherever that is, that's where we're going to fire. So we've just got it in the guns in both. And we're going to come over here. We have a yellow light saying we're in range. And there's one dead. There's another one. And they're pretty simple to use. And we can switch over and we can just fire the 12.7s, or we can fire just the 7.62s like we talked about earlier. But I figure if you're going to use them, fire them all. Now if we look down on the right hand panel, we'll see we have counters for each. The 12.7 and 7.62. Let's see, that's just the 12.7, so we'll fire that. You can see that's counting down. We'll go for the 7.62, and you can see that counting, and then you have one for your 30mm as well. So they're pretty easy to use, and the rockets are going to be the same thing. You're going to put that little, and I've got this in auto, remember, that way it's going to help us there. But we'll go back and swap out for rockets and show you how to use those as well. Alright, as you can see, we're coming back over the target area, and we do have the rockets on board, and these are the armor piercing rockets. So just like the guns, we're going to put the little secondary crosshair, and I'm going to tune this down so you can kind of see that better. We'll get rid of that, and we're just going to put them over the vehicle and fire.
Commander, weapons ready.
You don't have to have weapons. Whoa, it's way off. You don't have to have the weapons on to fire them, but as you see, the first shot, they didn't do too well without it. But they're pretty easy. You just pull the trigger. Now you can fire. Let's see here. Let me make sure I'm climbing before I go down to show you that. Alright, so you can go down here and you got rockets. You can do left side, right side, or both. And then there... I thought there was a button that you could do different burst. I guess not. Could be not just seeing it right now, but unfortunately, like the guns, there is no counter for rockets, so you just have to kind of know how many you got on board. But you see, they go pretty quick. But they're pretty easy to use. And if you want to put the grenade launchers on there as well, we didn't go over that, and I'm not going to show you. But the GM30, that's your grenade launcher. It does work with gun pods. It will not work with rockets, I think, if memory serves correct. But just you can try them out and see which one you like best. Generally, I use 2 to 4 Sturms and some rockets as backups. But that's up to you what you want to use. Just play with them, and hopefully that teaches you something about how to use rockets and gun pods. Alright, well, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.